this is they did the second episode of Camp WWE last night, and basically what went down was, some of the kids were playing kickball, and Nikki Bella's bored. Steve Austin's pitching the ball to John Cena. Steve Austin's talking a bunch of shit in his mind about, this fucking piece of shit. I never knew they could stack shit so high. All this stuff. And in his mind, John Cena's this is all about having fun and, being great and having fun along the way for everybody and all this shit. R-Truth said something about, this motherfucker couldn't kick a drunk guy out of Applebee's or some shit like that. But anyway, Steve Austin goes to pitch the ball, and The Rock shows up in his car. The Big Show had ordered a pizza with hot dogs on it, and when The Rock shows up, he runs over the pizza guy and kills him. And then he gets out and he kicks a home run with the ball and starts running the bases. Nikki Bella had said something. She was all excited because, oh my God, I just got to first base with The Rock. All this shit. But everybody's happy to see The Rock except for Steve Austin. The Rock walks off all proud of himself to his theme music. And then, while The Rock's sleeping, somebody sneaks in to his room and shaves off his eyebrow. And Mr. McMahon's pissed off and puts everybody in detention. He's mad because his cash cow is no good without his eyebrow. And anyway, the kids are in detention. Everybody's being mean to little John Cena, and he's just trying to be friendly to everybody. Austin basically tells him nobody likes him and all that shit. It just kind of goes on like that. Eventually, the Rock's trying to walk around camp, being all cool and everything, and without his eyebrow, he's kind of lost his groove, and he's tripping over stuff, and kids are laughing at him, and he goes to Ric Flair for help, and Ric Flair winds up taking him to a strip club to make him feel better, and tries to start a fight so The Rock can get his confidence back against some big old burly corn-fed bastard. The Rock gets beat up. While all this is going on, Mr. McMahon, he's trying to figure out, what's gonna happen to the camp, because he can't exploit The Rock. He can't exploit The Rock anymore because he's his cash cow and all that shit. And then Goldust I don't know if Goldust was like his advisor or his assistant or what, but Goldust really said a lot without even speaking a single word, and manages to convince Mr. McMahon that he can just exploit all the other kids for cash. So he starts trying to get deals going on with that. The other kids that are in detention, Steve Austin runs away, and so the other kids split up to go find him. The Big Show's scared because he doesn't want to get thrown out of camp, because if no one confesses to shaving off The Rock's eyebrow, they're all going to get sent home. And the Big Show's scared that he's going to get sent back to Jewish camp. And he keeps telling The Undertaker how horrible Jewish camp is. And The Undertaker thinks it sounds wonderful and wants a bar mitzvah and wants to become Jewish and all that fun stuff. Anyway, it all comes down. The Rock's in the damn hospital, or he's like in the nurse's bunker or whatever. Ric Flair gives him a motivational speech. The Rock's like, why the hell didn't you just tell me that shit in the beginning instead of taking me to the bar where I got my ass kicked? And Ric Flair's basically just like, well, it's Sunday and you get half off if you take a kid. So, anyway, the other kids find Steve Austin. He's trying to run away. Mr. McMahon winds up catching him. And, when it's all said and done, little John Cena confesses to shaving off The Rock's eyebrow. And so Mr. McMahon says that Cena has to go home, and he's sending Cena home. So Cena's leaving, and then The Rock shows up and says, if you're sending him home, you got to send me home too, because he sent me on a path of self-discovery. And yeah, so little John Cena gets to stay. Everybody's happy. Steve Austin, is just being Steve Austin. He says, I have a fuck you reflex, and he's flipping everyone off. The cops show up, and they're looking for donations for whatever charity thing they have going on, fundraiser thing. And Mr. McMahon's like, oh, shit, I thought you were here about the dead body in the kickball field. And he tries to run away. He's got a little swirly slide that he takes up and down the stairs and says it's the coolest fucking thing ever. And write that down in your diaries, because it's the coolest fucking thing you've ever seen, as he puts it. But anyway, that was Camp WWE episode 2. So I'm enjoying it. I think it's funny as hell. It's just right up my alley. So anyway, see you later.